Hi guys, today we are doing the first step to the inside of my van build, which is installing sound deadening. I decided to go with Kilmat for this process, and from my research, it kind of seems like everyone does sound deadening a little bit different. Some people apply it to like 100% of the inside of their van, and other people only a little bit. It seems like a good rule of thumb from the research that I've done is around 25% coverage of most of the paneling, with exceptions to certain things like the wheel well, because that's where, you know, your wheels are going to kick up rocks in there. It'll be a little bit more noisy. So today I will be installing this on the floors, on the walls, and on my ceiling, with the exceptions of where the windows are going to go in my van. But first, I'm going to do a little comparison while driving without the sound deadening and then after the sound deadening. So I'm going to go take it for a drive so you can hear how loud it is right now, because it's actually insane. Okay, just so you can hear how loud it is, I just put my mic all the way in the back. That way, maybe it'll pick up that sound. Step one is we just have to remove the mat in the back of my van so we can clean up the metal and apply the Kilmat to the floor. So we just cleaned up the floor, and now we're on to the wheel wells and the Kilmats on the door. Those are two really important spots to get because there's a lot of vibration and sound when you close your door. And then with the wheel wells, it's recommended that you do 100% coverage of that area, just because there's so much sound that comes from them when you're driving and you're kicking up rocks, or when you're on, you know, dirt roads. So that's one area that you kind of want to get full coverage, but other than that, it's pretty much recommended that you cover 25 to 30% of your panels.
I'm just going to lay it out first, make sure I have the first one done right.
So whenever you're applying the Kilmat, they have this, let me flip the camera around. They have this quilted material, but you basically just want to roll it out until all those little quilts are gone. And that's how you know that it's adhered properly.
I say that for sound, that's a good deal.
So we just got the wheel wells done, and now we're on to sound deadening the doors. Once we get that tackled, we're gonna start putting them in like all of these little cubbies. I plan to have windows like here, 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 and here. So there's not too many on the panels that I can do, except for like this big panel. I'm hoping to even put a window here. So really there's not much on the walls to do, but then we gotta tackle the ceiling, tackle the floor. Still a good bit left. Okay, all that we have left right now is the floor. Super simple, easy process, but it definitely takes a little while. We only used one box of the 50, each box was 50 square feet of the Kilmat, and for me that was enough, probably because I have a lot of windows, I have a fan up top, I'm gonna have a skylight up top, and I definitely followed like the 25 to 30% rule. I was probably on the 33% coverage on the floor. I did a lot more on the floor, 100% in the wheel wells. I put a lot in this sliding door, which is covered up. Of course, I'm going to put a window here so there's nothing there. But yeah, super simple. It probably took us about 5 hours of work. Just a lot of laying out, a lot of rolling. But yeah, if you do it with someone, it is a lot faster. Again, you don't need to cover your whole van with this stuff. You have to think, not only is it expensive, but two, it's a lot of added weight. So between the Kilmat and doing your insulation, your van should be pretty soundproof if you follow that 25 to 30% rule. But I guess we'll find out. It definitely sounds... It definitely sounds a good bit better in here. I am curious to see how it will sound while I'm driving, because again, it's still an empty van, so I don't expect that to make it soundproof by any means. But I do hope that by what I've added, I have a lot, or at least a good bit, of vibration reduction and sound reduction as I'm driving. But we will see. We'll see. I might put more on my ceiling too, but I just want to wait until I cut more holes for my wires and, the fan and the skylight. I just want to make sure I'm not like wasting Kilmat and cutting it out. It's also really goopy and sticky. But yeah, so that was that. Next week, I believe I will be doing my lighting. I ran into a little bit of a delay with my light install, but I am really excited about the lights that I'm putting up soon. So stay tuned. We got lighting coming up. We got insulation coming up. We have more about the layout because I have it laid out right here. I want to talk about, I want to talk about my choices on my layout. So stay tuned for the coming weeks. I am trying to put out a video every week. Sometimes I get a little bit behind with my other platforms, so just bear with me as I try to get them out every week. I appreciate you for watching this. If you did like this video, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on the notification buttons because I am documenting this whole thing. So yeah, thank you for being here. I'll be documenting it on Instagram and TikTok as well, and I look forward to you guys being a part of my journey of this van build. And one day, this will be on the road, and you can follow along on those adventures. Okay, bye! See you later!